I'm going to read The First Flute, illustrated by the amazing, talented American artist called Don Oelze, and translated and presented in Dakota. Names are important. Names should be respected. They should be valued. They should be honored. When a name is given to an adult, it's often given based on the life that person has lived. That name is a statement about the person he or she has become. When a name is given to a child, it foretells what kind of person that child will become. If a child is given the name of he who is kind to strangers, the child is destined to live a life of kindness. I know this to be true because I once knew a very kind man who, as a child, was given that name. Many winters passed. There lived a young man who had been given the name of Dancing Raven. Dancing Raven lived on the plains east of here, somewhere between the rising sun and the dark rolling hills. There was nothing remarkable about where he lived. Shady village next to a rambling brook, foraging ponies, scattered smoking fires. However, Dancing Raven was something special. He was a dancer. He was the best and the most renowned dancer among all nations. From the day of his naming ceremony, he had lived to dance. As he and the other young men were taught to hunt and trap, Dancing Raven learned very quickly, and yet he preferred dancing. When he and the other young men were out taught to race, shoot, and wrestle, he excelled, but he still preferred dancing. Though he knew the prairies, mountains, and the skies better than any other, Dancing Raven's heart was not in tracking, it was always in dancing. Dancing Raven was wise, courageous, and was often asked to lead the raiding party. Yet pride and success did not deter him from his desire to dance. Dancing Raven was often called upon to lead the buffalo hunt, and yet his heart was in the dance. It was said that Dancing Raven was born with a hand drum in his heart and the song of the meadowlark as his spirit guardian. As so often happens on one's journey through life, the young man Dancing Raven fell in love. When he had seen 19 winters, he asked for the hand of the young woman of his dreams. He asked, but her father, who was the chief, refused. "What can you offer my daughter?" the respected elder asked. "What do you have to offer that has any worth or value?" "Dancing will not feed my daughter, nor will it feed my grandchildren." Struggling to conceal his tears, Dancing Raven made off for the comfort of the distant sacred hills. These hills were said to be sacred because they were the home of the forest elder, Grandfather Cedar. Though Grandfather Cedar had been ravaged by lightning and bore mostly bare and little branches, he stood tall and strong and was very much alive. Countless ceremonies had been held at his feet. Many an important chief had seen their final journeys from that sacred ground. As he labored on his journey, the shattered youth stopped repeatedly to sing his prayer to Creator. "Through song, dance, and tobacco, I give you thanks, Great Spirit. I ask only for your guidance. Please help me be strong. Show me the path to love. Help me. I am weak and pitiful." His song was interrupted by a loud hammering that came from the hills. Sensing this might be the answer to his prayer, Dancing Raven raced towards the sound. Now, dear reader, please understand that some sounds are born of one of the four sacred directions, while others birth from Father Sky, Mother Earth, or from fires that burn within each of us. The sound Dancing Raven was hearing had come from the seventh direction, the sacred direction that we've been taught to know as love. He soon found himself in the clearing next to Grandfather Cedar's home. Yeah, lie down. There, high up on Grandfather Cedar, Woodpecker sat hammering on a hollow branch. As Dancing Raven watched, the tapping stopped and a gentle breeze meandered into the hollow of the branch, and from it came the most incredible song that he had ever heard. As he listened, the heavy rolling clouds overhead darkened, and a bolt of lightning shot down toward the majestic tree. The tree tops shattered, and the branch upon which Woodpecker sat came crashing to the earth right at Dancing Raven's feet. The insightful youth immediately recognized the gift for what it was. He reached into his pouch and withdrew a handful of tobacco that he placed there on the ground. He quickly took his gift from Grandfather Cedar to a high range. He raised it to his lips and he imitated the song that he had been hearing, the song that he had just been gifted. With that song in his heart, Dancing Raven hurried back to his lodge, to his love. He found her there, and he played it for her. She listened, as did her father from the rest of the village. Word of Grandfather Cedar's gift quickly spread across the plains. Never before had a wedding attracted as many guests. Never before had a couple received as many gifts. And never before was a story shared by so many across so many miles.